No, I know my three already.
Excellent. Medals time, end of the first quarter, Clippers-Lakers. Russell Westbrook loses his shoe and just tosses it aside and then hits a jump shot. Clippers win. Lake Show, one game under 500, not enough for a medal.
Bronze medal, SGA, 33-6-10. And if we ever do All-Star game, United States versus the world, we get the Canadians. We were discussing this. SGA, you're with us.
We better.
Silver, Dylan Brooks not good. Silver, Kawhi, 25-11-10, which means Kawhi got his first triple-double in, I think, 4 years. And I think it's the second of his career, oddly. With Kawhi Leonard, listen, the one thing the Clippers do is whoop the Lakers in the regular season. Yep. That is undeniable. Gold medal, the Joker, 31-13-10. I think this is his second triple-double probably this week. I haven't looked, but I would imagine it happened Sunday. There's the medal stand from last night in the association.
Okay, the big news, of course, is that Doc Rivers, new coach of the second-place Bucks, he actually had been consulting with former coach Adrian Griffin, which is interesting. Bucks defense has fallen off this season, Brew, be it scheme or personnel. Defensive rating, opponent field goal percentage, and defensive rebound percentage all down significantly. What is your reaction to Doc's hiring?
I don't love it. I think Doc's shown in the last two stops, Philadelphia and the Clippers, he's not a difference maker. All right, and like they bringing him in to make a difference. They were 30-13. They're bringing him in to win the championship, at the very least, get to the finals. And Doc was brought into L.A. to get to the conference finals, get past the second round, which they had gotten to the second round with the previous coach, and he doesn't get them there in 7 years. Had a ton of talent, too, Hall of Famers. And then Philadelphia, Joel Embiid, James Harden, Hall of Famers, doesn't get them past the second round in 3 years. So
bully for Doc, I suppose. He just gets the greatest jobs every single time. I mean, that 08 Celtics championship has created a lot of podcasts, has created a lot of coaching careers.
A select group of students, academics, and people that are getting Chipotle on Friday fought and toiled and burnt the midnight oil even later to make the best historical segment in all of sports media. Again, it's an honor and a privilege. It's time for Dynasty Tiers.
Dynasty Tiers. Now, there's only been a select few dynasties, so everyone listed on this is not a full-blown dynasty. They're at the bottom. They could have been or close to dynasty adjacent. Tier 5, we don't need fancy names. The Raiders of the 70s into the 80s, Washington in the 80s, couple Giants teams, and then the Bills. We will show you their resumes. These teams didn't quite get there.
The Giants are a dynasty?
Well, no, I just said dynasty adjacent, guys. These are all the teams that have multiple championships in a short period of time, or in the Bills' case, they, of course, the only team to ever go to 4 straight Super Bowls. There's the resume. They're not dynasties.
Okay,
I understand that. I got it, buddy. I said it at the beginning. You were too busy worrying about
dynasties on there, so it's kind of an odd.
I'm hoping it gets
Tier 4.
4 times on the graphic.
Okay, Tier 4. Again, there's obviously not 15 dynasties, Wilds. Tier 4, all of these teams except one back-to-back, but it was a very short period of time. Green Bay kind of stinks for them because they were great pre-Super Bowl. The Cowboys were a longer period of time in the 70s. If they had won one more of the 2 Super Bowls they lost, they are a full-blown dynasty. Unfortunately, they could not. Now we get to the 6 actual dynasties that have existed. The 92-95 Cowboys, the 01-04 Patriots, and the Chiefs of right now. And that's pending this weekend. And so we can show you their resumes. Of course, the Cowboys, 3 titles, 3 appearances, 4 conference championship games. The Patriots, 3-3-3. The Chiefs currently 2-3-5, because again, it starts the year they won the Super Bowl. And now the cream of the crop, the best 3. The Patriots over an 8-year stretch, and the Niners over a 9-year stretch. What did they do? The Patriots won 3 rings, went to 5 Super Bowls, and were in the conference championship game every year. The Niners weren't as excellent every season as that Patriots, but they won more. They went to 1 fewer Super Bowl, but won it. And then at the very top, the Steel Curtain. 4 rings in 6 years. 4 Super Bowl appearances, 5 conference championship game appearances, the greatest dynasty in NFL history. So the question I have for the table is this, Brew, because I think we might agree. Let's just say the Chiefs win the next 2 games. where would you have them on the true dynasties?
Okay, well, I will say this. Let me give this caveat. I personally put New England, and I know Wiles does as well. I put New England all together.
Thank you.
Just like I do with the Spurs. Do you divide the Duncan era?
I think the Spurs is 99 to 07 with another ring on the back end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Okay,
They
I
went
look at
so
the
long
Duncan
without.
era as a dynasty.
I like that.
You know, but I put New England together. So I think New England's the greatest. I think the Steel Curtain is second, and I would have the Chiefs third. In your situation, if you split up the Patriots, then I'm probably putting the Steelers obviously first, and then the Chiefs would be right there behind them.
Okay.
Yeah, the Chiefs have to move up a tier. I mean, that would be three.
It would be
Super Bowl
3
titles
Super
and
Bowls,
4 appearances.
4 appearances, and it would be
Six conference
6 conference championships.
Yeah.
They would be. So you would be okay with them being above the? Would they be above the Niners of the '80s, who have the 4 rings? But
Because
it's
it was
spread
so
over
long,
a
and they missed
longer
the
period of
playoffs
time.
one of those
Yeah,
years.
so
I would put them above.
I would as well. I think, and I understand what you guys are saying. My problem for the Patriots, Wilds, and I ask you
I
this
get
as
it.
a Patriots fan, from 05 to 13, can you, in the midst of a dynasty, go 9 seasons without winning a championship? I would argue.
I think it's because the principles are the same. It's still Brady and Belichick.
Yeah.
Like that for me is why.
I feel like the dynasty is like a baton that needs to be handed. Remember when I thought we had our gap year? We actually handed the baton to you guys, and I came along with it.
They took the baton. They took it.
Well,
It wasn't comfy and cozy and pretty.
you know what we should do? Have a little Brady graphic there, and have Brady as the dynasty and throw in the Bucks Super Bowl.
That's not a dynasty. Nobody's getting hired. It's kind of
Except
weird.
Doc.
Yeah, maybe Doc Rivers
Congratulations,
could
Doc.
Yeah.
Second hour, first things first today are the Chiefs closing in on a dynasty. We'll find out in a few short minutes. And also, new drama in Dallas.
Craziness.
Yeah, I don't know.
I buy it.
Yeah.
I think it's a problem.
It's madness.
A strong, yeah. I
Don't you be checking my mom's Facebook, Wilds. You talk a lot of trash on me.
Last night, ensconced in the Buffalo suite where Jason Kelsey took his shirt off, a select group of students, academics, and someone who gets Chipotle every day fought and toiled and burnt the midnight oil to make the best segment in all of sports media. It's an honor and a privilege. It's time for a moderately short, abridged, succinct Nick Steers.
Yes, but unlike, the first cousin of the tiers, the herd hierarchy, we're not going to abandon it just because we would finally have to have the Chiefs ahead of the Bills and just scotch the entire segment and claim it's because there's only 4 teams left. I saw you do it, Colin. I was very disappointed. Well, the committee met. The committee